Hi, I'm Ross Williams and I'm here to show you how to rig and tune your 2019 Gaastra GA pilot sail. So first you want to make sure that where you're rigging has no sharp places that could damage your sail. So a nice grassy area will always work best, or sandy area can work as well, as long as you don't get sand in the components. Next, you're just going to unclip the little tag system we have on the bottom of the sail and unroll the sail. Now, before putting your mast together, you just want to make sure that the ferrule is free of any sand or grit that could later stick your two pieces together and you will be unable to take them apart again. So make sure it's nice and clean every time before putting your mast together. Next, what you want to do is you want to thread the mast up the sleeve of the sail. You can do this from the foot of the sail, but nice and gently, not forcing it, just pushing the mast up the sleeve. When it starts to get a little bit hard, don't over pull. Just come up to the middle of the boom cutout to finish pulling to the top of the sail, and then come back down to the bottom. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the bottom of the sail, and I have all the settings that I need to rig the sail. So luff means luff, which is the length of the mast plus the extension. The boom is the length of the boom, and the mast means the size of the mast that you should use and whether it should be an SDM or an RDM. Now on the pilot, in some sizes we are using SDMs and some sizes we're using RDMs, and the smaller ones you can use either. I'm using an RDM. The pilot is a beginner sail or a school sail, so it's not really that mast specific. You can use a low content mast. You don't have to have 100% or the best of the best mast. It does sit on a constant curve mast. There's plenty of other brands creating those, so you can use them. So you just have a look. So next I'm just roll up the tack fairing so I can see the pulleys, and I'm just going to thread the rope through the pulley system. So next I'm just pulling a little bit of tension on, and then I'm just going to check once more that the mast is connected together, that there's no way that the mast has a weak point in it, and also that the mast is in the top of the sail and it's not going to pop out. After that, then I'm going to come back down to the downhaul and I'm going to pull the tension on the sail. Because there's no cams in the sail, it's actually quite easy to pull the downhaul on without using any kind of downhaul aid. So I'm just going to pull. And it's quite a basic setup, this sail, so there isn't really too much of an open leech. You just want to have a very top batten area open, and you want to have enough so you don't pull all the shape out of the battens. You want to have the battens being able to sit just about midway through the mast there, not protruding out the other side and not touching the mast at all. So next I'm going to put the boom on, so just want to put it in the center of the cutout. I can adjust it later. Make sure that there's no dirt on it so you don't get any chafing between the boom and the mast that can weaken and destroy your equipment. So next we're going to put the outhaul on. I'm going to check the settings on the bottom there and check that I've adjusted to the boom to the correct size, and then I'm going to pull the tension on. So now I want to have enough tension in the outhaul so that the sail does have a bit of belly, but it doesn't have not a lot of belly, so it will touch the boom. If you have a lot of belly, then the sail is going to feel soft and it's going to feel unmanageable when in high-end winds. So just make sure that the sail has the right amount of outhaul so it doesn't quite touch the boom. So the pilot's quite a basic sail, and it doesn't require a lot of downhaul. You don't look for a normal racing leech that you would on one of the higher performing sails. You just want to have enough tension to make the sail just full away a little bit at the head, but not too much that you take all the shape out of the sail. Next I'm just going to tie off the downhaul, and then At the bottom here, there's a nice little pocket that I can tuck the extra rope away, so it's out of the way. Then I can fold the strap down and your sail is ready to go on the water. So because of the basic nature of this sail, there's not too much tuning that I can say about the downhaul and stuff. It's just about finding the nice positioning for your boom height. So usually a guy that's using a sail like this, he wants to have quite a low boom around chin to nose height. Makes it easier for him to hold on to the boom, to pump the sail, to learn his basic skills. So the Pilot is a good school sail. So when you're tuning the sail in the schools, I recommend putting just maybe one setting of outhaul. And like I said before, you don't want to have the sail touching the boom really, because it's a soft sail anyway. It has a closed leach. It's naturally going to be feeling spongy, which will enable the guys that are using this to progress quicker and get up easier onto the plane. So for the downhaul setting on a Pilot sail, it's pretty much basic, and I wouldn't adjust it. You just want to have a nice little bit of the very top leach opening. The sail's going to be feeling spongy anyway. The idea of this sail is that it makes it easy for a guy who has just learned how to get into his straps and get into his harness to progress onto planing and then further into his windsurfing. So it's a basic sail, great for schools, but it's basically a nice soft sail that will help you progress. And that's how you rig and tune your 2019 Pilot sail from GA Gaastra.